Welcome back to Colorflow Conversations. I am Uakeisha, and this is.
I'm Tikisha. Okay, Uakeisha.
I told you I was going to start saying it. I'm going to start saying it. I'm going to embrace my name because I don't think there's another one out here.
Okay,
So
that's right.
let me embrace it. That's you always hear of somebody named again. I never heard that. I heard Keisha, but not you, Keisha.
I
So.
haven't heard of Uakeisha.
Mm-hmm.
Of Colorflow Conversations.
Right. Colorful conversations. Listen, we have been talking about love. I think this is our third conversation. We have talked about love for our children, which we came to the conclusion between us, I think that's the most unconditional love that there can be other than God's love for us. We talked about the romantic love and relationships, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, because that was around
Valentine's Day, I believe.
Valentine's Day. I really enjoyed that too.
Did you?
Yeah, that show was really, really, impactful for some people that, watched it.
I did get some feedback that said that one was like their favorite one. Yeah. I haven't had a chance
to watch it like that. Yeah. Well, you've been busy.
Yeah, I'm a busy girl.
You've been busy. Last week we talked about my business and what I enjoy doing, and I called it workship.
Yes, yes.
And we didn't get into yours.
So but can I say something about your business as a makeup artist?
What?
So when do people need to throw their products out? Because let me tell y'all something right now. It is what, 2024?
Don't tell me you got something from.
This my mama lipstick.
Well, you know what? There is a time, I don't know right off the top of my head. That's funny that you got. You know what? Because I got my mama lipstick too. My mama been gone for.
My mama passed away in 2017.
Yeah. So yeah.
This bottle though, this one looked a little newer. I was a little hesitant about this shade. Mm-hmm. To me, it'd be like, what color is that? I'd be like, oh, that's crimson. I'd be like, burgundy.
Yeah, right.
Red. Like all my colors yeah. But this one it was a little lighter. And I was like, I don't ever even remember seeing her wear this.
Yeah, she wore so many colors,
though. She probably was layering them too. Yeah, because that's what you makeup girlies do.
Yeah, that was. I didn't layer anything today, and today I'm wearing rich auntie again.
Oh, okay, rich auntie, because you're the rich auntie.
Listen, I have to take care of my nephews. Y'all, I'm gonna take care of y'all, just like they mine.
Mm-hmm. So, and I'm gonna have a niece for you.
Did you say you're gonna have one? Like you're gonna have another one?
Yeah.
You're gonna have a baby?
Yes, I'm gonna have a baby.
Are you for real?
I'm for real. I have a whole vision. Like I don't want to be like a timeline because I know, how. But yeah, I picture being inspired by Janet Jackson.
I ain't mad at you because she still look good.
Yes.
A lot of the women from Hollywood that had a child at an early age, at a later age, still look good though.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have a baby girl.
You've never told me that you would have another baby.
Because I never thought that I would. But now I want to experience that with my husband.
Me too. But I don't want to have, let me correction. I have 2 children that I had when I was married, but I don't believe, like I told you before, that he was my real husband.
Right.
So
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Like you want that, but you don't necessarily want the baby involved.
No,
and we all know that if we just watched the last episode. So if anybody has watched any of these, we know how we are mama bears, and my son is, he's my world.
Yeah.
But I would like to have another child with my husband.
You've never told me that. I didn't know that.
I'm terrified because I'm turning 48 this year, and that just sounds like 50 years old having a baby. Like physically, can I do that? But it's something that I I would most definitely like if it, or if he said he didn't want to, I would be okay with that too. But if it's something that my husband
It's
wanted to
open
do,
to,
I would
wow.
be
Now
like,
that's some unconditional love to me. When you know that you're what the world would call as
I'm
past that age,
age.
but you're like, oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to having a baby at 50.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
if this is what he wants, I am on board.
yeah.
Or to be like, okay, let's line up these
Shoot.
doctors, get
And
this chef. I need a chef to keep me with the nutrition. But absolutely.
yeah, yeah. Wow. Well, I
I'm
dated someone.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I dated someone that did not have children and was turning 50, and he was moving fast too. Maybe because he was trying to have a baby. I was like, sir, I don't know if I would do that. And this is you're moving very quickly. Like, so, and he was also the one that was like, I'm your leader. God put me in your life to
Oh,
be your
yeah.
leader, you know, that. So I was like, yeah,
But I definitely, and I don't know in my friend group any women that are, they would probably be just like you, shocked as shit. Like, did she
well,
just say that?
well, you know what? We change. We can change our mind anytime we want, and I don't
And
think that's everything,
at
anything you ever
any
said.
time.
And I don't think that's something I would have thought you would say because you like you don't like kids, but you like kids, if that makes sense.
Because I'll be like, I hate kids, but I
Yes.
love kids.
Yes. and I guess
I
understand.
love them. Like,
Yeah.
I love my time, my one-on-one time. Like, I
But a lot
love
of
that.
times,
I'm the matriarch.
yeah,
Like, I love that. But I'll be like,
you be like,
I hate kids.
I can't stand kids. I'll be
Like,
when you say
y'all
that, like, I
sending me
get
them
it.
kid videos. I'm like, I want to see that.
Maybe that's why me understanding what type of free you are, I always ask you if you want to watch this if you want to, because
And that's the thing, even as my friend, because I'm pretty sure as a friend, what people always think, well, that's my friend. I got kids. She love my kids. But you even know where it's just like, she don't want to be around no kids.
if it's so funny we talked about that picture you had with my kids from was that 2017?
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know why they was in a car with you, but I probably can count how many times my kids have been with you. Because
I'm pretty sure the number's one.
But
I'm pretty sure the number's one.
I don't know, maybe twice. I don't know, but my son like loves you. Today when he was getting ready to come get you, I said, "Oh, let me text her and tell her you on your way." He said, "Oh, I already texted her."
First of
I
all,
was like, "What?"
let me tell you something. I've been in love with today since I got that text.
Really?
Because he said your personal chauffeur.
Is that what he said?
Yes. And I said, I love this for me.
And he knows nothing about what you journal about having a driver and all of that.
Yes,
He
so
don't know
I
anything
just
about
was
that.
like, it melted my heart, you know, even though it was like jokingly.
Yeah.
And then when he picked me up, it was just like, where else did you need to go? I was just like, oh my God.
Well,
and then I was just like, why is she sending him? This gonna be our little girl talk time in the car.
Yeah.
You know, like I could have recorded. But then I'm like, why should we send it herself? She should send him all the time. Because when it was time to get out the car, it was, let me get the door for you. Do you need help with your bags? This is why coming in the house, I said, I love sons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you, I don't have to tell him everything to do now because I have been teaching him since I became a single mother, really, how to treat a lady.
Yeah. And that's I think what I love so much too is because it reminds me of, I have to compare it to my son, sadly, but it reminds me of that. Or my dad, where it's just like how I went back where I'm like, I don't want to use my brain. I can just be relaxed, where it's just like, get a bag.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm choosing this because I know that the gentleman that we've raised.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's what a gentleman does.
And I teach him that because from my experience as a woman and things I've been through in relationships, friendships, whatever, just being kind. Kindness is kind of taught from when they're a child. And I give him the example of look around you, look at the people in our life. Do you want to be like this? Or do you want to be like this? Not just him, the girl too. Do you want to be like this? Look at their life. We love them. Or do you want to be like this? You look at their life. Or
and there's
love,
nothing wrong with that because
and,
we talk about it all the time. Like, abundance is for everyone. It is our birthright, but how you look at it is not how I looked at it. Because let me just take this down a little. Remember, we was talking about farms, and I realized I was like, it's not a farm that I want. Mm-hmm. I want a garden. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I want the birds and the butterflies and whatever else that's, I don't want to say wow that runs through, but I don't want horses or chickens and stuff. So it's just like I've been using the wrong word.
You want a garden.
I want a garden.
And I'm planting seeds in him. I talk to them very raw. Probably more raw than people who know us would believe.
Yeah.
You know,
because our group raw conversation.
Yes. Yeah, you were in the car at one of those talks. And that was just recently too. But I have been very raw, and partially because that's part of my love. I don't want them to deal with make the same mistakes.
Mine too.
You know,
mine too.
That I made, that anybody around us made. I want them to be good human beings. You're gonna make mistakes, and they have made mistakes, and we talk about it. I'm not that spirit of rise for the child too much. I mean, I have, but not really. My main thing is when they really think about what you think. What did you think, Elijah, about what you did? I remember one time it was young. I started this maybe I started before I was single. I think I was single when this happened. He had got the PlayStation, and I think he had spent some money on my card without me knowing. And I was like, "Nah, I know I ain't bought nothing." So he was like, "Me either. I ain't doing me either." And I was like, "You sure?" And I knew he had did it. He said, "I ain't bought no games on there. Me either." And I was like, "All right." I walked out the room, went to bed. Not even an hour later, he bust through my door
crying because he felt convicted.
Crying. I said, "I'm so sorry. It was me." And I said, "You feel better, don't you?" And he was like, "I do." I said, "You fine. Go to bed." That's how God wants us to live our life. That's what I'm teaching them. Like, everything ain't got to be, no, I'm about to holler and cuss you out.
Yeah, I did a lot of spanking.
You did.
I did a lot of
spanking. But I think you did that at a young age. You wasn't mature. Yeah,
that's why I was just like, there's so many things that I did then that I wouldn't do now. However, I still believe in spanking.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I've done it, but
I don't know if it needs to be every single time something happens.
Yeah.
And not all children necessarily may need a spanking.
Well, this is one reason why I think I don't do it, is because it was two of us, and I was that little rebellious one that got the more spankings or whoopings. I think I went through a period where my mama whooped me every day.
I did not know that you was that girl.
Well, and this is why I don't whoop my children a lot, because I wasn't really that girl. I always wanted to explain myself.
Oh. And I have one of them in my life.
I wanted to explain myself, and I never could explain myself. So I imagine my children now really just want to explain themselves. So I turned to talking to them before that, because I get ready to explain myself to my mama. She would smack me in my mouth.
Yeah, I struggle with that with one of mine.
They want to explain.
Yeah, one of the nieces wants to. She has something to say for everything, and I struggle because I feel like I want the voice to be heard because I felt like I didn't have a voice. Okay.
Yes.
However, I feel like there needs to be some level of respect because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
And I'm
so
your
the tone has
aunt.
to be right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
deal with that. I make sure that tone is corrected. And I do that with my nephew too. I
And
did that
honestly,
today with him.
sometimes I don't even think her tone changed. I think
Yeah.
it still be the tone, but it's the other parts of the body language that comes with
And I
it
guess
too.
that's the hard part is when people say, I'm not my kid's friend. Well, you got to kind of be friendly to them. And the kids
Right,
sometimes get confused that when they use that tone.
Right. Because the characteristics that you want in your friendships, I really want my child to have that because the main one, trust, loyalty, communication, those are things that I want my kid to know. Like, you can trust me because I got your back.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I teach them, I instill in them, even my daughter, I teach him how to treat a lady, and I also teach him how he wants to be treated. Because I think that's one thing we didn't learn how to be in a relationship. How you want to be treated. We just kind of accepted that the boy liked me and whatever it is came with that. But how you really, it's a shame that I didn't get to the 40s to understand really how I wanted to be treated and not just how they treated me was what it was.
So I can't think of that show, but there's so many now that I'ma just roll with it. But it was one of them where they pick the spouse for you. And I remember this was early on in the seasons. I don't really watch much of that stuff now. But the guy that they picked for her was nothing like what she wanted. But the way she described
that's what they
met what they picked. But what she really wanted was a gentleman. But I think like what she described was the provider type. I could be mixing it up. It doesn't even matter. But you see what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I want a provider, but I want a gentleman.
Yeah.
It's like characteristics that I want all together.
Yeah.
Because I know men who are providers and it stops there.
Yeah. And I feel there's a difference between provider and somebody who just give you money or take care of your bill.
Yeah.
It's not just that. When I say provider, I mean financially, emotionally provide for me, be a support for me, physically provide for me, rub my back and feet like I'm gonna do you. All of that stand on a provider, not just that I take care of.
Yeah, because we're raised that, like we said before, that good man has a job and that's what he is. He's the provider. He's paying the bills.
Provider means way more than that. So when you say you're a provider for your children, yes, you take care of them financially, but do you also give them emotional support, mental support, whatever? That's what I'm doing. That's what I do to both of them. And my parenting ways is just not the ways of others.
Yeah. We for sure established that mine wasn't because I let my secret out. Y'all have to watch that last one to find out because I'm not going to revisit that out loud.
But look at how your son is turning out. So he's also a gentleman.
He is.
And it may have came later in life,
but do you remember though? Remember when I would be like, "Oh, Jordan said he was going to the movies, but would make the girl pay."
I remember that.
And I would be like, "What?" So that also shows you, like, you can instill these things, and they still be their own person and do their own thing. Because I was disgusted, and he told, "I'm not paying for her."
Yeah.
And I know he didn't get that from me.
Yeah.
As a single woman?
Yeah.
I'm striving for that. Pay for me. Pay for me. I've been paying for me for so long. I want to pay for that. Pay for me. I just want to show up.
Oh God.
I'm in my showing up stage.
You know what? I feel like we want that. And girl, you know how this always goes back to the Bible.
Wait 1 second. If Jordan, if you're watching this, I'm about to choke. Pay for that girl on that date. Take that girl.
Take that girl right. Paying for him now.
Oh my goodness.
It's probably why he don't go that much because he probably like, I'm keeping my money. No, but I believe the same thing for him that I feel for you. It ain't meant for him to date a whole bunch of his wife. Is going to come. He's gonna know it's her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's coming, but I mean, I'm thinking about you when I say that, but he's gonna know it's her when it's time. He's not going to. He don't have his experience dating, but he ain't meant to go through all that drama either. You pass it on to your children.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what I'm saying?
And I have been on a whirlwind of trying to break cycles. Absolutely. I ain't gonna even call them curses. I'm gonna say cycles.
They are cycles. They are cycles.
I don't want to repeat none of that.
Because I've been said, my children will not repeat. Not a thing. Now I know they're gonna go through stuff, but they will not repeat. They are not going to have multiple marriages. I speak that to both of them. You're gonna know how to treat someone, and you are going to have somebody that's going to know how to treat you because
and you're going to recognize
early, when you need to and exit. You're not going to be scared to use your mouth when it's time to communicate to them how you feel. If you feel good about something or if you don't feel good about something, you ain't going to be scared that you're going to lose them.
Right.
Because you're going to say something they don't like. Because if you friends, you'll be able to understand that. Now, when the minute they get mad at you because they don't like what you said, they're not the one. If they trying to, they're not it. And I teach them that. And I see it already, like how you said he did you. My daughter's the same way. She got a little friend. And I remember when guys used to call me and I was her age, I would get off the phone with you and whoever else to talk to that guy all the time. My daughter could be on the phone with her girlfriends and her little friend could call her and she'd be like, oh, I'm going to call him back. I'd be like thinking in my head, set your boundaries, boo.
Let me tell you this I got the screenshot of it in my phone, but I'm going to try and read it from memory. We know how that goes. So it's this guy that was sliding into the DMs saying, oh, giving compliments. And it was just like, oh, as always. And then it was finally like, we should meet up sometime. And the response that my niece gave was pretty much like, I don't think our intentions are the same. Or I don't know if she used the word intentions, but whatever it was, it's just like, I know what I want. And if this is how you approaching me, I know that we
ain't it.
Yeah. So let me not waste your time or my own. Because when you know your worth.
It's so funny. My client came to me the other day and she asked me, we always talk about, stuff. And she asked me about somebody I was seeing. And I was like, oh, no, girl, I don't do that no more. And she was like, I just admire how you able to walk away from things that just not serving you. And I ain't never thought about that. It used to be hard to walk away. It used to be very, very hard. And now, since I'm in my authentic self. Are you reading your shirt?
No.
Oh, you did that because I'm authentic self?
Yes, I did.
Well, it's true. But it's easier for me.
You said, am I reading my shirt upside down? No.
Well, I walk away from, things that other people probably been like, you sure about that? Absolutely. Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
Because I am just happy being with me now. Now, when he come along, I'll give you a good interview. You can have a good vetting session with me. We'll know. And if you ain't that,
God will tell me if you're the one.
He gonna tell me. And as soon as he say, no, daughter, leave, bye-bye.
Yeah, I watched a TikTok last night, too, that really clicked with me because it's just like, so if God tell me, do he tell him?
I think
so.
Do
he know? And her thing was like, he knows. Because she was just like, how do you think that God is going to
Make
make it come
happen.
together and come just like he put it on you? He puts it on him too. Because she was saying that she knew her husband's name, but she met him through work. Like a friend was doing some work and they needed a logo, I believe. And he was the guy that did the logos and asked the girl, what's up with her? She seemed like wifey material.
Wow. Are you serious? Wow.
Okay. I feel like the green light ain't on. Oh, it is on. Okay. Okay. Now, see?
You always be having a technical moment.
My brain. It just don't be stopping.
No, that's the perfectionist in you.
Is that what it is?
You want to make sure that it's not cutting off. I think ever since that episode where it cut off at a certain point, you like, but you got to remember, if it cut off, it's for a reason.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Because I even be conscious when I be drinking my tea and I need it because I don't be having a voice. Where does my voice be going? It be leaving me. But
you're not used to talking this much like this, probably. So
yeah,
you haven't used your voice. My voice sounds strong because I've been using it all my life, singing in church.
Yeah, and I don't use my voice.
You haven't used your voice, so mine sounds way more stronger. But it's a surface level thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've used it on the surface for all the surface level stuff.
But the things that you really truly needed to use it and communicate for, you just step it into it now.
And you haven't used yours, you held it in.
Yeah.
So yours was on the inside.
Yeah. Still on the inside. That's why I do a lot of writing.
Yeah. But you're getting better.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I am.
You're getting better. And I think that you expressing that like you haven't used your voice and you about to be 48. That's why when we listen back to it, it probably sounds like you're fainting out because you just haven't talked. Like, expressed it in such a way.
Yeah. Especially things that I feel strongly about. And a lot of things that we talk about on this platform is just like, okay. And again, I'm expressing some of the things for the first time out loud.
You said that loud.
Even to myself.
You said that loud.
I felt it come louder. Like, yes, girl, with confidence.
She was like,
I'm out here.
You said that loud, but hey, that's an example for, somebody gave us a comment saying that they related to some things you said that you probably had never said
that I had never even said, and I hadn't even thought about, because it was like the mean girl. When it's just like, just because you're quiet or mean you're mean, or even having that resting face. Like, I don't even be knowing that my face be looking as hard as it does. I be trying to soften it up, but I don't be knowing that it look hard. That's why I got these pink glasses.
You think that's what you unconsciously tried to soften
it up? Yeah, it don't work.
I didn't know that's why you did that.
I mean, that was cute, but it was between these and the back pair. And I was like, this is how you knew I was even maturing in, because I made a choice. I didn't get them both. I looked at Joe and said, I don't know which one, so I'm going to get them both. He was like, Ma. And I'm like,
you just got one.
And I ignore him because I'm grown. But then I ended up just getting the one. And I wanted some black pair so bad. But I just got the one. Because it was just like, you don't need to switch. You put them on and you keep going.
Do I think it softens your face because people would think you had a RBF is what it is? It probably did soften because just hiding your eyes, kind of.
Yeah, and that's the part that I don't like. That's why. Because, okay, so we done got all over the place with love and all of that, but let's talk about a little bit of self-love, because yesterday, I think it was, someone complimented me and told me that I was beautiful. And I said that makes me uncomfortable.
That was your reply?
Yeah. And I had the situation more than once, and I was just like,
instead of saying thank you,
I was like, thank you. I said, it does kind of make me feel uncomfortable. And it was just like, why? You're beautiful inside and out. And I was just like, well, when I look at myself, I don't be like,
because you always think beautiful is beautiful.
Yeah. I always put it as a look, like this unattainable look. Honestly, because when I be like, oh, I'm cute. Like I'm the cute girl. A step up, I might be pretty on a fancy occasion, but it's just like I'm the cute girl. I don't think about my inside radiating out.
I didn't think about that until um maybe the last few years about my inside radiating out. Maybe when my mom had her stroke, I think, because people kept saying, how much I helped her. And sometimes you help people, you start looking tired, and I stayed looking the same. Like it didn't affect me doing what I did for her. But I look at the beautiful meaning as not a look, like it's just everything about you, which can make, because we've seen some people that from other people who may think on the surface they're not attractive, but I'd be like, oh, they are so beautiful.
Yeah, I guess we do say that because I'd be like, they have such a beautiful spirit.
That makes a person beautiful to me. Even if I say a man, I'll be like, he is beautiful.
I had a guy that I used to talk to, and I think that sadly that was one of the reasons why I was just like I couldn't talk to him because he would always call me beautiful, and I would be highly annoyed.
Uncomfortable.
Very, extremely, to where it would be like, here he come with this beautiful shit. I ain't lying. I am not lying.
That's a terrible thing when trauma is uncomfortable. When that's uncomfortable for you to get. I had to learn. I learned how to accept compliments in these last couple of years from different people, because I always was uncomfortable receiving compliments too for years. But now, thank you.
And where does that stem from?
Low self esteem.
Yeah. And I for sure have struggled with that. I for sure have struggled with that.
And it's crazy because we know people like, I don't think anybody would consider us ugly, but some of the pretty people are have the lowest self esteem.
Is that Kanye lyrics? I don't. You know how
I don't even know a Kanye song.
I know, but it's like
he said that.
I feel like that's a Kanye lyric.
Oh, we gotta research.
Maybe
that.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, but yeah, I think some of the prettiest people have the lowest self esteem because, of different reasons. I don't know. I know where mine stem from, but I think that would be another topic for another show. We could talk about low self esteem. But when you realize where it comes from, I think you could be intentional, like me, be intentional about dealing with that.
I mean, I have a whole tattoo. Mm-hmm. I am enough. Mm-hmm. That I look at as my own reminder. So that shows you when you talk about the self-esteem, because at the end of the day, it's not about the car, the handbags, and all of that material things. It's me standing, sitting.
I think this is my stuff. I think we are talking about the self-love, because like we go back to my kids, the way I'm teaching and training them is self-love, self-care, self-love. Take care of yourself, and take care of your heart, take care of your inside. You're gonna know when you meet somebody that's not healed.
And I talk a lot about how I am, like, with my own insecurities. Like, I'm aware of them. Like, I'm aware that the term beautiful bothers me, that I just instantly think that you're fake and you're a liar, because I struggle with that. But when I talk to all of my loved ones, I wish I would witness you talking down about yourself.
Yeah.
I tell them all, like, you a baddie.
I think was part of my problem is if somebody said I was beautiful, or even they said I was pretty. I never ever we watched about me saying I was never a braggish person. I never wanted to make anybody feel like I thought I was so pretty. I wanted them to feel better about themselves, so I didn't want them to say I was pretty around somebody else and somebody else heard it, because I never wanted to be, oh, she thinks she pretty, period. I didn't want to be that. And that's because I could see that's how people acted towards others.
Mm-hmm. When at the end of the day, we should all wake up and feel like we are that 10 out of 10 beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
because all you got is yourself. If I don't think I'm beautiful, how I'm going to expect this husband I keep talking about to think I'm beautiful?
Listen, Okay, that part, you know. And I never got compliments from my husband, but you know, it just wasn't that type of relationship. But now when I receive compliments, and then it started to be like, are you complimenting me because you trying to?
That's what I'm saying. It be
Mm,
that trust. And I'm like that even with people I know close to me that I'm cool with, family members and friends. Not even where it's just like the stranger, like, oh, you just saying that because you trying to hit. Like, no.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
girl.
just,
I know
I'm going to
it's
work on me because
you
I
still
am
and you
beautiful.
still
I
like
am
that.
enough.
You still feel like that when people say you beautiful.
That was just yesterday.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah. So it's just like, I be wondering why people wonder why things haven't happened. You know, when you picture and you see this vision and you know in your heart that it's true,
That's the stuff that
and you
got to heal
wonder
before
why
it
it hasn't
happened.
happened, and then there are signs and the things to show you like you're not ready yet because there's certain things that you still need to work on.
Yeah,
The doctor don't come to surgeon without.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's a thing that you're gonna have to address within yourself. I mean, I still got to address some issues with that too. Um, because I mean, somebody could say you beautiful, and I'd be like, so are you? Yeah, instead of just saying thank
thank
you.
you. I'm in my thank you stage. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, thank you.
I'm a baddie too. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. But hey,
And I think that be the whole other thing too, is because it's just like I don't spend a lot of time on social media comparing, but still in my mind, I think I do some of the comparison because I mean, and this is from the beginning of time with like magazines. I was telling my niece the other day, I said we didn't have social media, but remember we watched music videos.
yeah, yeah,
So those were our style
it was,
icons and
yeah,
stuff that we looked up to.
yeah.
And in our day, those girls look like us right now here.
Mhm, mhm.
But now today it's the butts and
Butts, lips,
the
and
lips, the hair,
yeah, yeah.
you know, all of that. Where it's just like, am I okay just like this? I don't have no lashes on. I got some mascara on. I got my lips on. I
I
don't have
had to
no
question myself because I was
foundation.
like,
Like,
if I
am
had the money, I would get a tummy tuck, and then I have to think of like, listen, you better love this fupa. But seriously, I
right,
told
because a
myself,
lot of
yeah,
people be like that. Well, when I get some money, I would do this. See, I'm scared, which is the thing where it's just like I talk about having a baby, but I'm scared. I'm scared of surgery, period. So if you're not
hmm,
telling me I'm literally about to die, I don't know if I'm doing it. And then I don't even know if I'm gonna trust you because I'm gonna be like, it gotta be a herb for that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I'm gonna think of something, but it's just like I want to love me like this, and I want everybody else to love me like this. And the more you love yourself, I say it all the time, I don't chase, I attract. So you just become more and more aligned with like-minded
yeah,
people.
yeah. Because I definitely ain't chasing.
Yeah, I'm for sure not. I don't even have time for that. What I'm gonna chase you in?
I got listen.
I don't have time for that. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. While we was talking about what did you call it? Work, love, shit,
Worship.
work.
You said work, love, shit. Worship. Yeah, because this
Like,
week you was like, I got so much to do, and then I don't know what to do, and I was like, girl, like
I'm like, I am in school. I probably didn't even tell you about the fashion classes. Like,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So it's just like you you got
This is a part of your self love, though.
like I have this education and I love to read and study and stuff because like I'll do my schoolwork where I'm just reading for my own information. I haven't even done the assignments
Yeah,
because I just enjoy the learning and then
yeah,
putting my knowledge to use. But it's just like with the mortgage thing has been my bread and butter. But I don't want to eat there no more.
come on, yeah,
But I haven't
it's been a lucrative bread and butter too.
Very, very much so.
So when you really become authentically you, like it's like, what do I want to do? Because I don't want to do this anymore. Because
And
it's not about money no more.
it's not about money. And I was telling my sister yesterday, I told her, I said, the way my life is right now, I am happy. I just struggle. And I don't even want to say I struggle. I don't struggle. It's just that I'm uncomfortable because I know that I am not ranking in the money that I'm used to ranking in by myself.
Yes.
Now, money is just flowing in how it does. And that makes me uncomfortable because the other thing that I realize about me that I literally have to figure out how to work on, especially when I talk about being in a relationship and even in my friendships, is that I get to where I'm controlling.
Really? You ain't never got that way with me.
Yeah.
Really?
As a Pisces, it might be a little bit manipulative where you might not even realize it, not to let y'all know my little secrets, but I got that in me. I for sure have it in me, but I try to I try to work on that because I don't, it's the same thing, Keisha, like with me wanting you to think how I think. That's a controlling thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's different examples and levels of, but that's the thing where it's just like, no, I gotta accept your individuality. My niece been talking about writing about a blog about that, and I'm like, she needs to hurry up because I need to learn because these are some, lessons.
Yeah.
Because this is preparing me. Because I have this vision. I see how I want my life to be. I want a life of ease and joy. I don't want to say, oh, tomorrow I have to work 6 to 2. Because what if I wake up at 6 a.m. and I'm still tired and I don't want to do that? Not saying that I don't mind committing to things, but I want to do something I love. When I write them poems,
that's why I told you that poem you wrote this week for that your journal, your blog, your personal blog. I was like, girl, you should have been on the stage reading this.
And the crazy part is what you don't know is that poem is based off of an album. I took bits and pieces from listening to that album and wrote that poem. Really? And it's a couple other songs by this artist too. And that's how I started. I was sitting there. I listened to this one album every single day of my life. I was listening to it and then I just started writing. And I love doing that. I love doing my counseling thing too. Because I feel like my whole life I've been a life coach. Well, so I love those both.
But think about this. We were together this past weekend. And we ain't been out like that in a minute, but
I got to get y'all the faces. I don't know where this going because she be giving me sermons, y'all.
Well, it makes me think about, we end up sitting at the table with those two young ladies and we just started talking. Well, me and her started talking and you and the other one was listening. And we were sharing stories. And then at the end of it, I gave them a business card. Then we got in the car. I was like, you got cards with you? You ain't giving no card? I just told you a few minutes ago you haven't used your voice for years. Now you have these gifts, your spiritual counseling business and other things that you do that you barely talk about. And but you question him, what is it he want me to do? He wants you to talk about the stuff you do.
Because sometimes I'll be wondering, like, is this even what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to just be this mortgage girl?
You got these people that promote.
It's just all of these things that's in my head. Because even when, and then it's just like, I had a client last night. This was someone I knew. I don't like doing people that I know because I be wanting to not know nothing about you. That's why when it flows with my friends, like I think our very first one, how it just flow. I like that for me to just, whatever I see, just tell you, but I don't want to do that. But anyway, in my thing with her, when I was done, I was just like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Where she felt happy, like she even said, I journaled about this or I saw this, but sometimes I just be thinking like, do I know what I'm doing? You know how, I don't even know if you know, but it's like starting a new job. As a mortgage underwriter, I've been a mortgage underwriter for 20 years, but whenever I start doing that new job at a new company, because we be laid off and be worked at 20 different places. Yeah. I still get butterflies, and I'm just like, do I know what I'm doing? When I didn't calculate income, looked at an appraisal, looked at credit my whole life. Where I'm still like, do I know? So when I do this and it's something new, but it's something I've been doing my whole life. I've been coaching people my whole life on what to do.
I think you're just worried about using your voice now that we've talked
about
it.
So it's just like, I don't be knowing, but you're probably right. And then I just take it like, I don't know, is this what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to be the spiritual counselor? Am I supposed to be the mortgage underwriter? Am I supposed to be the girl that blogged? The only thing I know I'm supposed to do is be Jordan's mother. Be a good daughter. Mm-hmm. Be a good sister. Mm-hmm. Be a good aunt. Mm-hmm. Be a good friend. Mm-hmm. Be a wife.
Yes.
I know that. Yeah. And I'm a wife on the princess level. I don't want to be the queen. Yeah. I don't want to be the queen. I surrender. Listen, I want to be the wife on the princess level.
Talk about the levels, because that's queen is the ruler of it. Yeah. I like that princess level too. I was queen level before, because I'm a leader by nature. Like my voice, that's why my voice is strong. In church, I was the leader of everything, and I'm used to taking that role. But now,
I feel like I've always led behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. I agree,
because I'm always the sidekick. Mm-hmm. And I'm giving the advice, but I'm more so like behind the scenes.
And now it's uncomfortable you because you're coming from behind the scenes.
Yeah. And I'm sharing a lot of things that I never thought that I would even share.
You're coming from behind the scenes. So
and I'm still feeling lost and confused. Like, what do I want to do? We done had a whole conversation 2 weeks in a row now. And I'm still, when I leave this, it's gonna be like where I'll talk about the signs and the synchronicities.
Are you waiting on the signs to figure out what you want to do? Because I think you are doing what you want to do. You just uncomfortable for you.
I'm waiting on a sign.
Okay, you waiting on a specific. You know what sign you waiting on?
I don't know what sign I'm waiting on, but I'm literally waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to be like my daughter. You are supposed to do this. And it's just like, okay, so now I'm talking to God. I don't even know if you in the room, because this how I was when we went to the dinner. I was in my own imagination. I shut that whole restaurant down and I was on my date. And that man was serenading us. Y'all wasn't even in there. So this is me right now where I'm just like, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, because if I'm working that mortgage job, right now I'm part-time. I'm on call. Mm-hmm. I get called in. I work when I can. But let's just say the economy turn around and they back hiring underwriters and we all getting our job back. Do I go to that job because I know that I'm going to be making $40-something an hour and I can take care of my family and, do whatever I need to do? Or do I concentrate more on what I want to do, which is not really flowing in money like that mortgage job? Or it's like, what do I do to bring in the money? I'm rambling, but this is really like how my brain is. And I feel like I'm not the only person that struggled with knowing what and how to do it. Because wait. Because listen, even if I take the mortgage job, it's not saying that I can't do my coaching. Because I don't take clients to 5 o'clock anywhere, because I don't want to work before 5. I'm a night owl. I'm the moon. I work better at night. So this is when you're going to get the best of me. So I could do the mortgage job and do that. But then that comes whereas I'm going to be on the schedule. We do this on Thursdays. It's the job. I'm going to have to work around that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do and where the clients at. Because I love to talk one-on-one in private and
don't remember getting your signs?
I don't know.
Remember the conversation you had with somebody and they said, I got you, just ask.
But when do that run out?
Why are you worried about when it run out? By then you're going to be good, because you're going to be promoting your counseling the way you're supposed to, using your voice, talking about it.
I'm about to cry because I'm like, oh,
that was your sign, because that's a conversation you never. Sometimes this week, I don't know if you've been on TikTok seeing this Reese Tisa lady that did this 50-part series about.
Yes.
Okay, I watched it,
Did you?
and I don't watch story times and stuff because I'd be like, I won't hear that. I watched all 50 parts. Part of it is mostly because
I put my glasses on so I can see you. Cause
yeah,
like what?
I watched every part. A lot of it I could relate to, but it's the one thing that stuck out to me was God was putting signs right in her face. I mean, the first date, she got a blew out tire. Then she got with him, got pregnant, miscarried the baby. It was like you're asking for a sign that me and you talked about this years ago, where you like, I wonder why I never get asked this. I never wonder why I did. You didn't even have to ask, and the sign was in your face. Now you create another problem that God, you like not trusting God that He's going to take care of. You're wondering now, okay, that was said. When is that going to end? Why is that going to end? Why are you worried about that? So when signs like that right in your face, why are you still asking for signs?
One of the first things I've learned, and I say all the time, a sign is a sign.
Mm-hmm. And we ignore them just like Risa Tisa was ignoring them signs. She wanted a man so bad, which kind of put me in the thought of why we talked about Monique. She wanted to be married. She wanted to be in a relationship. Not that she was so in love, because never once did I hear her say, "I
And that's
love
what I
him."
want. I want love. I want that feeling that when I wake
Yes,
up,
yeah, you
like I'm
got
still
me.
the little kid. Like I said, I love a fairy tale. I want to be tingled. And I know every day,
Mm-hmm.
because I know with the people who I love truly, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, okay.
She never said he loved her. She said she never heard her mention she loved him, or any love about anything with him. It was all fluff and puff that was exciting for her until it wasn't anymore. Then he'll get excited again, and then whatever. And at the end of, I think it was part
Oh, we done
51.
been there. I know about them
Yeah,
fluff and puff and a little bit of stuff that you got excited about. It's like
yeah,
I was excited about this.
yeah, yeah. Fluff and puff is what it was. And that last video she did, I felt her because I said in this last video from last week, 2 weeks ago with us, I was like, she said that man never loved me. He was like not my friend. He never loved. He just liked to see me get excited over something he lied to me about.
Woo! Preach!
That's why I watched it.
That
And a
right
lot
there.
and a lot of people
That
probably
is a powerful statement. I have been that girl.
yep. She was saying that, and I think that that's why so many people was watching it, because me and that woman could relate to that. But especially me, I was like, wow, that made so much sense. It probably went over a lot of people's head if they haven't been in that situation. He loved to see me get excited only to let me down. I was like, wow. I remember a party being thrown for me um, some years ago, and when people throw somebody a party, it's like, oh, that, happy birthday or whatever the event is. But I now know that party wasn't thrown for me. That party was to show how good the person who did it is. You know what I'm saying?
I'll never forget
Get
one
me
year
excited over the
for
fluff and puff.
Christmas. Um, a person called me about another person's Christmas gift. And the options that they were talking about was nothing that this person wanted.
Mm-hmm.
The gifts were more expensive, but it
Mm-hmm.
was nothing that this person wanted. And I said, well, they want this. Yeah, but
This gonna make me look good because it's gonna make you look good, not really what they want.
to people who don't even care about you. Once again, we talk about, and I don't mean it like that, but it's just like when you trying to show off, it's like who to for what? It's stuff because you like it.
Yeah, that's why. That's why now, um, I don't.
Mm-mm. I'm getting at the end, be that little slurp.
I like when we went to the birthday event last week, how adamant I was about what I was gonna get, because I felt like it would make that person feel good, not make me look good. Because I didn't even care where I got them from. If I would just was like, I got to get this because I feel like that was going to make that person feel good.
Right. And you wasn't going to look good because you was late.
I was
trying to do this.
trying to get that gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I got to get it.
We getting older. We got to write notes and stuff so we don't forget at the last minute, right. Y'all write them little notes. But yeah, because you wanted had that experience.
I don't want to do things for people so I could be huffed and puffed in the experience. I want other people to feel good. That's how
I feel good from watching the person feel good.
Yeah.
Like my reward, the gratitude that I get, like, oh my God, like you so happy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. I put this on my my little social media page. I had said that October 31st, I told this person you was gonna get a car, a luxury car. This person did not believe me. This person goes and looks at the luxury car, gets the luxury car. But it was just like I was so happy because it's just like I never had a luxury car before. Yeah. So I was so happy because I'm thinking like, what? So it's just like when you look at the car, the little features and stuff. And the crazy part was the car that had more features that was still in the price range. I didn't want that. Whereas I'm the bells and whistles. So I'm like, oh yeah, my car did that because it was what I was like used to. But the whole point of it was me seeing just the look was just like, I'm so happy for you that you that happy. Like the gratefulness. And it was just like, I didn't think that I could do this. Like God did this. I didn't think that it was something to do. So it was just like, a lot of times we have to get out of our ego self. Where it's just like, I knew all along that you could do it. But I'm glad that this is building your connection with God to allow you to trust him more. Because this is my whole premise, believe it to see it, but then I don't believe it for myself sometimes. I don't believe that my dream can be big. I don't know if you was on TikTok and it was just like, did he say dream big or think big, bitch? And out the window. I don't know. But I be too small and mediocre in my own life. I be imagining a farm and acres and then I'm still like.
Then you be like, I don't
know.
Not me.
I gotta get it together.
I mean, you be doing it for a day and then the next day you get unsure maybe. But
I'm out on the mic. I'll be, and then it sometimes be the same day. Because we didn't have this, and I'm pretty sure you're ending this thinking like, oh, you didn't talk to me, and I'm okay with.
I know you ain't. You heard me, but you ain't.
Yeah, I haven't processed it. I don't know. I'm still lost.
I don't know. I did not used to be this person either. I just thank God that I'm completely understand a lot more, so I can. I hate to use the word tolerate, but being healed and getting over trauma is a one day at a time thing.
It is. It is. It is an ongoing journey. It's
ongoing. It's not going to.
And it's something that you have to fight. I always be like you in the forest.
That's self-love. That's not. That's a deep.
It is, and it got to be in the balance too. Where it's just like you're not too arrogant.
You use the word cycles. That is exactly what I am not trying to have my children go through is cycles. I want when I leave this earth, that they know how to survive in this world, and that's gonna come from self-love. Because if they don't love themselves first, they'll accept anything.
I don't want to accept anything.
So you gotta be intentional, girl. Because I know I could have accepted anything plenty of times.
I'm not gonna accept anything.
You gotta say that. I'm not gonna accept.
And I'm not even talking about romance. Bro, I'm still on my career.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna accept your career crumbs, if you will.
We like that. career crumbs.
I'm not accepting your career crumbs. I don't think every client is mine. I don't accept every client.
I agree.
I
most
I
definitely
don't
agree
need
with that.
everybody's $100
I definitely agree with
because
that.
I'm not going to accept. And I haven't always been like this, but career crumbs, never. Relationship crumbs, heck no.
Yeah, I even have that in my disclaimer because you pay in advance. I have that. Like, I might not be able to do
I
this.
might not be. If I feel your energy is off, I'll be
Like,
like,
I can't help you.
no, no.
Because I'm giving you a part of me that's special. My gift is,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
special.
My gift is my ministry.
Yeah.
And
being in my presence.
that's not braggadocious. That is just,
it's a genuine fact.
It's a genuine fact that I'm going to protect my energy. This around me.
And if I'm bringing it in you, bringing you into it, then I'm protecting you too.
Yeah.
So you got to be worthy of my protection, and everybody is not. And some people I've had to release that protection
so
from.
why are you so sure about protecting that, but now you so
But
unsure about that?
I don't know what it is about me when it comes to protecting my own self with my finances. Because this is what it boils down to. Because in this situation, it's very clear. Because I'm always used to having control, especially when it comes to money. I'm used to writing them checks. This Mary song, like that part was yes. But I know with me stepping into this full-fledged, I am surrendering totally to God. I'm expecting him to put me in the right places at the right time, meeting the right people. I'm expecting him to use others to bless me. Because all the time when I go out to eat, I don't pay. Because he's blessing other people to be able to bless me.
And listen.
And I know that.
You said that the other day, and girl, I've been saying for months now. Money flows to me easily, but it actually has flowed to me easily for a long time before I said it.
So that's what I'm saying. Whereas this part of me would be me. This is like,
you know how bad.
I don't want to say it's the final. Not to cut you off, we over an hour, but I feel like this is what it's a full moon coming up. If I'm stepping into who authentically I am, I follow the moon phases. With the full moon, you release. Every month since I have been doing this, I release financial scarcity, but I haven't released it yet because I'm still holding on. Because if I truly release, I'm letting go, and I'm just like, okay, God, I trust you. Just like he said, if I got the money, just ask. Listen,
I'm gonna say this, and we gonna close because you're gonna laugh when I say this. You know how easy I want you to trust him. I ain't gonna say how bad, how easy, because it's not bad. Remember when I got in that trouble and I called you from jail, and you ran out of money on the card, and the phone hung up, and I thought for a hot second we couldn't talk no more. And I sat back and thought about it. I was like, she'll get another card. I'll just give her some time. And I gave you some time, and I called back, and you answered. That's how much
it only accepted cards, and I ran out of cards. But and then I said, Jordan,
you went and got some.
I went and got it. Like I'm gonna pay you because we ain't worried about that. But it was like I knew
the way that I knew she gonna work it out.
Yeah, and I knew you needed that. I knew if it was just me sitting on that phone.
That's how you have to trust God in this situation. I thought for a hot second, ooh, God, I am messed up. Then I was like, no, let me just lay down here for a while. She gonna get it together.
And I figured that was so
that's
long.
How you have. That's the example, which is funny. We ain't laughing, but you know it's funny. But that's the message for everybody. I knew that girl was gonna get another car for me to answer the phone, call her, and talk. And wasn't worried about it. And when I called back, you answered. That's how we gotta trust him. If I can trust my friend like that, why can't I trust God like that? And on that note,
that's a word.
That's the word.
That's a word.
That's a word. And we gonna end. We want y'all to like, subscribe, share it.
I'm gonna say it's 222. The
Yes.
time is 222.
Today
Today
is
is
222.
222.
Yes.
Like, so I, again, signs and synchronicities.
Yeah.
I'm just
You get
done.
it. You get it. We done. We are done. Thank y'all for tuning in. And
I
that's
cut you
it.
off. Did we do the like, share,
No,
follow?
I said that
Oh,
right before. Like,
oh.
share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Colorflow Conversations. Color with the K, conversations with the C. And that's it. We today it was self-love. Next week we're gonna close out on
My mom's
Mama's
birthday,
birthday.
leap
Leap year.
year.
Next Thursday. I'm sorry, it's when y'all gonna see it Friday. But we're gonna record it on Mama's birthday. So we're looking forward to that. So we will see y'all next time.